Hello everybody and welcome back to the next episode of Ace Attorney Miles Edgeworth Investigations. In the last episode, it was quite a while ago, but we investigated the crime scene in order to prove our innocence to this man over here who is pointing at us because he didn't understand the rule that it is rude to point. But to prove our innocence to this very, colorful man. And he was just complaining to the flight attendant over here, Cammy Meal, holding the plush toy, that the movie was late. So I'm sure that will be a part of it in some way, shape, or form. I don't see why the game would mention it otherwise. So, as Edgeworth said, if you would like, I will prove my innocence to you right now. So that is what we're going to do. But first, the question of the day, what is your favorite game franchise? For me, this is not an easy answer. Because, of course, I love the Phoenix Wright series, the Ace Attorney series. I love Digimon, obviously. But other ones would probably be Kingdom Hearts, because, come on, it's Kingdom Hearts. It's amazing. So Final Fantasy is definitely on that list. One that you guys probably don't think about is Okami. I love Okami and I love Okami Den. I have played both of them, and they're both really great stories. I would love to play it on the channel, but right now I've got way too much to think about. So maybe after finishing one, if you guys like, maybe I'll play some Okami. And then of course I love the Zelda series. The whole Zelda franchise and everything is always going to be a love of mine. And I do love Pokemon as well. Not as much as I love Digimon, but I do love Pokemon. So, anyways, if you guys are ready, let's prove our innocence, shall we? Game, shall we prove our innocence? There we go. What? Nonsense! Are you saying my eyewitness testimony is mistaken? Not mistaken, merely that there is room for doubt. I'd be most honored if you would please tell me what you saw in detail once more. Fine, suit yourself! What I saw. I am certain I saw Mr. Hicks enter that elevator. It was when the needles on my pocket watch pointed to the 6 and the 12. The body was discovered 15 minutes after that in the lounge, yes? Then you, the only person in the lounge at that time, must be the criminal. Mr. LeBlanc's conclusions seem to make logical sense. After all, the only person in the lounge at the supposed time of the murder was me. So, my eyewitness testimony. If you think you can destroy it, then come let me see. Hurry! Do I look like a man who is having the time to wait for you? Why is he so irritated? I'm the one accused of murder here. Anyway, I must find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's account somehow, and fast. Phew, sorry about that. I just had to be pulled away for a second and do something really quickly. But anyways, I'm back now. Let's get back to the game. What I saw. I'm sorry, that is not his voice. How dare I? What I saw! That's better. Oop. Oh dear. Okay, there we go. I cannot hear any sound. Hold on a second. There we go. That's better. Alright. I am certain I saw Mr. Hicks enter that elevator. Right. It was when the needles on my pocket watch pointed to 6 and 12. The body was discovered 15 minutes after that in the lounge, yes? Then you, the only person in the lounge at the time, must be the criminal. Okay, well, we know that this one is not true, so let's see. Can I present... being dragged? Because we know that someone else was there with him. Can I present this here? Because that would show that there's more than one person.
Objection!
Nope. Alright, I thought I was on the right trail, but maybe I gotta get more information. Your testimony just now with this piece of evidence. I cannot believe how much time I have spent here! You will pay for this time with your piece of evidence! No! Stop! This is an invaluable piece of evidence! I thought it would show the footprints and everything, but I guess not. I might be still a little winded from running as fast as I did to come back here. If you do not know how to use it, then give it to me! I will try to use it for you! I know how to use it just fine, thank you. I simply made a tiny error. Okay. So let's press that then.
Hold it!
That is the most mistaken way of thinking I've ever heard. No, no, no! Your silly opinion is what is mistaken. Please calm down, the both of you. In a sense, you are both mistaken. Well, if that isn't the pot calling the kettle black, then I don't know what is. He certainly has a lot of confidence in his testimony. If push comes to shove, I may need to press him for more information. Okay, so... I guess I have to press everything. Alright, fine. Nope, no, wrong button.
Hold it!
Alright. Mr. LeBlanc, were you able to get a good look at the inside of the elevator at that time? Of course I saw what was inside. And you are sure that the victim was in the elevator alone? Yes! The only person inside was that Mr. Hicks man! That last outburst is a bit too important to let go. Okay. The only person inside was that Mr. Hicks man.
Hold it!
Let's press this. Was he really alone? Of course! I will bet even 1 cent! A cheap auntie for a cheap testimony. But if that's how you want to play it, I'll happily take your 1 cent. And my pocket watch pointed to this. Okay.
Hold it!
I assume the pocket watch in this case is the one you keep checking. Is that correct? Oh, you noticed. It is a very expensive antique, I will have you know. The feeling is wonderful when I fully wind it up by hand. It does look very well designed and quite classy. I will have to charge you if you want to touch it. That's quite all right. Let's continue with your testimony. What a cheap man you are! Now return the time you wasted back to me! And if we must, I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator at 6 o'clock. Okay, so he keeps mentioning this. The only person inside was that Hicks man. Is there... It's like footprints or something being dragged. Body found. Okay, crime scene with blood on it. Okay, I'm a little lost here. What am I trying to do? Was that Hicks man? Yeah, my pocket watch pointed to the 6 and the 12. Is there something in here? All times shown correspond to our departure time zone. Okay. Okay. So, it looks like footprints and something being dragged. That doesn't... Okay, so let's press
Hold
this. It's true that I found the victim's body at 6:15. And that's when I found the two of them as well. You see? It all matches my testimony. You were the only person in the lounge at the time, must be the criminal.
Hold it!
Oh, I've already done this one. I already did this. Okay. So, you were certain you saw him. The only person inside was that Mr. Hicks man. So what do I do here? It's gotta be this one, right?
Objection!
Yes! Okay, so I had the right idea, just the wrong moment. Good to know. Alright. Mr. LeBlanc. What is it? There is a very glaring contradiction in your testimony. What do you mean? Please, take a look at the area in front of the elevator. There at the spilled grape juice. Yes, and? Will you admit you also spilled it with the blood? No, it spilt itself during the turbulence. But the interesting thing here is the set of grape juice footprints. The footprints? Yes, the ones that lead from within the elevator out into the lounge itself. Himself? Really? Wow. It's evidence that proves that someone other than Mr. Hicks exited the elevator alive. Woof! There must be another person in the elevator with Mr. Hicks. There must have been another person in the elevator with Mr. Hicks. Now then, I'm done playing games. Why don't you tell us the truth? Oh great, speaking in wing games again. Can you please translate for us? No way, that's totally impossible. I guess is what he said. No way, that is totally impossible. I know there was no other person in there. I saw with my own eyes. If you want to know what I think, Mr. Edgeworth, I don't think Mr. LeBlanc is lying to us. I suppose she's right. He doesn't seem to be lying. But then, what does it mean? What about this contradiction? Mr. LeBlanc, please, just once more, will you recall the details of what you witnessed for me? What I saw, part 2. I was very upset with when Mr. Hicks passed by my seat. I was always checking the time over and over again. I happened to follow that man with my eyes when he passed me. And I saw clearly into the elevator he was entering. But I swear there was no one else inside. No one! Mr. LeBlanc, if you would please calm down. What? Dare you two have an issue with my eyewitness testimony? No, not at all. Please forget I said anything.
Yet again, he doesn't appear to be lying. But I can't let this testimony stand as the truth.
Alright, so we know why he's upset. He said the movie was late, so I'm gonna guess that's what he was waiting for. So that's probably why he was upset, because maybe there's gotta be something with, like, there's a reason that magazine tells us, the time zones are, like, that the time zone is from departure location. So I'm pretty sure that has something to do with it. Okay, why are you always checking your time over and over again?
Why were you so attentive to the time?
Because something unforgivable was happening.
Come to think of it, you were yelling about something unforgivable earlier.
I was giving a complaint to the attendant about the movie starting time. Return back to me my time in money. You understand the point?
Movie? Is he talking about the in-flight one that's mentioned in the magazine? A summary of the plot and its start time. Interesting.
They were supposed to show license to love, laugh, maim, and murder. I cannot see that movie in my country. You can only see it on international flights. I looked forward greatly to that movie. I check my pocket watch whenever possible so I would not miss it. I even set my watch to the destination time when I came on board. Well, there's your problem. Right there. If you set it to the destination time and it says on there it's set to the departure location, there's your issue. So my watch is not wrong, it matched the schedule. But the movie was still late. Very, very late.
Hold it!
Your pocket watch. I'd like to ask you a little more about it, if that's all right.
Check my watch many times. My watch is set to my destination time. Okay.
Hold it!
You're sure about what you just testified, Mr. Lablanc?
Yes, of course. I am a very busy man. I am immediately busy when I land. I have many places to go and no time to waste adjusting my pocket watch.
I see. That was a very valuable statement you just made.
Humph! Flatter me all you want, but you will not get 1 cent out of me.
That's all right. All I require is this piece of testimony.
Okay. My watch is set to the destination time, so is this where we present this here? The flight itinerary? All times showed correspond to our departure time zone. Okay. Is this what I said? Yes? Let's present.
Objection!
There we go. Smug Edgeworth is back.
Oh my god, my head is all scrambled. I apologize.
Mr. Lablanc, you said this just now in your testimony.
I even set my pocket watch to the destination time when I came on board.
Now, if your watch has been set to our destination's time zone, it would mean that your watch is displaying the time of our destination.
Yes, and the correct time is worth its 6 cents.
I would like you to take a look at this. If you believe the Sky magazine, clocks on this flight run in accordance with the time of our departure time zone. Of course, the movie schedule was also created with that in mind. Mr.
Did I say Teniro? I meant Teniro, right? Did I say it right? I can't remember.
Miss Taniro, for confirmation's sake, what time zone is this flight aligned to right now?
Well, we made a short stop at a transfer point.
That's right. It was in that small Asian country, the Republic of
Is this a real place? Jonfa? Jonfa. Okay.
Thank you for joining us on this adventure in
Okay. Jonfa. There we go. I think that's what it is. But we didn't readjust our onboard clocks at that time. So right now, we are still running on Borginian time. What? The time difference between Borginia and our destination is 9 hours. In that case, it's only natural that your watch would be out of sync with the schedule. What? Further, with your analog watch set to our destination's time, it would appear to be running 3 hours fast when compared to the flight's onboard clocks. It also changes everything about your testimony. And you can bet 1,000,000 cents on that. Ah, get him, Edgeworth. In light of this information, it means you saw Mr. Hicks 3 hours prior at 3 a.m. My 1,000,000 cents! It should clear up all the remaining accusations. So this basically widens the time frame for the time of death, right? Yes, because Mr. Lablank saw the victim enter the elevator at 3 a.m. It means that the time of death could be anywhere from 3 to 6:15 a.m. The question now is where was Mr. Hicks during that span of time, and what was he doing? I've got something to say. And you are? Yeah, oh! I'm Cammy Neal. I'm a flight attendant. And what is it you wish to say? Well, I think your story is a little different from how I remember it. What do you mean, Cammy? I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m., you know? What? How can you be so sure of the time? Oh, that's right. He pushed his call button while we were parked at the transfer point. A message from Captain Hugo. This flight will be making a brief stop to refuel and transfer cargo in the Republic of Unfa between 4 and 5 a.m. We ask that all passengers remain on board at that time. Thank you for your cooperation. The stop we made for refueling and cargo transfer in Unfa, correct? Yes, it was from 4 to 5 a.m. according to our clocks. And during that time, did any of the passengers leave, or did any new ones board this flight? No. Not a single person got off or on in One more time. Jonfa. What about the flight crew? The few who were handling the cargo transfer might have temporarily gotten on or off. But eventually, everyone, including Cammy and myself, came back on the plane. So basically, I can assume that no one left or got on since our initial takeoff. Interesting. I should keep that in mind. Alright. Yeah, and I answered his call. I can tell you Mr. Acme Hicks was there in his seat when we took off again at 5 a.m. Alright, and that puts the time of the murder between 5 and 6:15 a.m. Okay, now what time did you come down to the lounge, Mr. Edgeworth?
I remember coming down here almost as soon as we left the Republic of...
I am not saying that word, that name again. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm butchering it horribly. So I'm just gonna skip.
Ugh!
You were here the whole time from 5, yes? Then you are the only one who could be the killer. Mr. Edgeworth, were you really here in this lounge the entire time from 5 a.m. onwards?
Unfortunately, yes.
But then, how do we explain the footprints? It's not that obvious. This man waited for Mr. Hicks here in this lounge, waited to kill him, and then he put the corpse into the elevator. That is when the turbulence happened. My eyewitness testimony may have been mistaken, but what time I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator on the 2nd floor does not matter, because the entire incident concluded here in this lounge.
Everything happened in this lounge? Is that what you really believe, Mr. Lablank?
Well, do you have another idea?
I simply feel that there is something out of place in the scenario you presented. Is there something that can tie this crime to a location other than this lounge?
I'm gonna guess it's probably the statue, because that ties it to the in-flight shop. So let's do that.
Take that!
The murder weapon. This little piggy bank is sold at the in-flight shop. It is sold there and only there, and it is not displayed here in this lounge. How then did it find its way here? Don't you find that a tiny bit suspicious?
Humph! Such a trivial point. It only means you prepared it, taking it from the shop first before coming here. It doesn't prove you are innocent at all.
Is there no way to win with this man?
If I may...
What is it?
You see... Well, it's just as Mr. Edgeworth says. Oh, and why do you know this so well? Well, it's just that piggy bank was there in the shop. I saw it with my own eyes.
And when was this?
It was maybe around 5:40 a.m.
Isn't that just before we hit that patch of turbulence?
That's right. You were in the shop just before the turbulence? Yes, I was.
Come to think of it. Mr. Nero, when I found the body, I believe you came out of that door.
Yes, I did.
And what is beyond that door?
That's the flight attendant's room. You already knew that, Edgeworth. Then you were on the 1st floor. Yes. I had to do something at that shop and in the flight attendant's room. So I went to the shop first and then to the flight attendant's room.
Are you saying you passed by me at some point?
Yes. You seemed really into the issue of Sky magazine you were reading at the time. I don't suppose you noticed me walking by.
I vaguely recall someone walking by, but I didn't take notice of who it was.
Anyway, the piggy bank was definitely there at the shop when I went there. Why did you go to the shop in the first place? I went there for a work-related matter. Work, you say? Yes. The upkeep of the shop is also one of my responsibilities. Why did you not say anything about that until now, is what I want to know.
In any case, I believe it is clear that the shop needs to be investigated as well.
Shall we head over there then?
What is it now?
Aren't you forgetting something, Miss Rhoda?
Wow. Mr. Rhoda? Nice.
Miss Rhoda? Don't you need the captain's permission to check the shop? No, I haven't forgotten. But I have already asked him for permission to search the entire plane. So I think we're all right. Huh? That's weird.
What is?
Well, I just talked to the captain, see? And he said that he didn't give you permission to do anything like that at all.
What is the meaning of this, Miss Tenero?
It means she's lying. Go on, admit that you are. You said you had permission to search all over, but you don't, and yet, here you are.
You flight attendant! What are you trying to do? Pull the sheep over us?
The captain's calling for you, Miss Rhoda. Oh, but don't worry. I already got permission to search the shop from the captain. See, unlike you, I do things the right way.
Miss Tenero, why would you do such a thing?
Please, excuse me. Looks like I get to be in charge now. Please go back to your seat, Mr. LeBlanc. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you would follow me, I will be your guide from now on.
There's something about Miss Tenero that has piqued my curiosity. But right now, investigating the in-flight shop is my top priority.
Alright, and on that note, I think that's a good place to leave off. Looks like we've got Miss Cammy Meal with us now as our companion. I really like this character. I think that her writing is kind of, kind of fun and everything. I love how she keeps falling asleep, and I love how her name is Cammy Meal, like chamomile tea. Chamomile tea, I think that is just really clever, but this franchise is known for its clever names. Anyways, so next time on Ace Attorney, Miles Edgeworth Investigations, we will investigate the in-flight shop. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!